Now, on Good Morning Northwest, he terrorized Spokane for years as the South Hill rapist. This morning, Kevin Coe is dead, and coming up, a survivor finds peace and has a powerful message for other victims.
We've got wintry weather moving back into the inland Northwest this morning. I'm tracking it live on radar on what you need to know as you head out the door.
And bombs still falling while diplomats talk peace. How a meeting in Florida tomorrow could hold the key to ending the war between Russia and Ukraine. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Thursday, December 4th. Meteorologist Matt Gray here with our first alert forecast. Getting dicey for some folks.
Yeah, it is going to get a little dicey here as we're going to start to see a thin layer of snow collecting back on some of the roads around the inland Northwest here. We've got snow from Sandpoint to Coeur d'Alene to Spokane, some snow around St. Mary's as well this morning. And then generally from kind of the Sprague area all the way out to Moses Lake, we've got snow followed by a mix of rain and snow and perhaps even some pockets of freezing rain here as well in Grant County. So Grant County folks really need to drive carefully this morning as there may be some slick spots that are really, really hard to see. They're not going to be apparent as you head out the door here this morning. So everything moving from the north generally to the south and east as we have gone through the last hour or so, and things have started to fill in around Spokane when it comes to the radar. So we're going to see some slightly heavier snow. You can see the West Hills. We're seeing a little bit of snowy conditions as well. It's light flurries between downtown Spokane and heading into the Millwood area and up to Meade. So a lot of places just seeing the occasional flurry. It's more than a flurry as you head into Liberty Lake, Post Falls, Dalton Gardens, Coeur d'Alene, and then all the way up to places like Athol and Silverwood, where things have gotten a little bit heavier here over the last hour. Now, let's take a look at what we can see from our highway cameras here in Post Falls and in Coeur d'Alene. Well, looking wet with roads so far, but we'll keep monitoring things as that snow's coming down. And you should be ready for road conditions to change as the morning goes on. So be careful out there. I'll take you through your afternoon coming up.
We are following breaking news in the push for a peace deal between Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine's top negotiator is set to meet today in Florida with U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. This comes just 2 days after Witkoff met with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Heading into today's meeting, Putin is demanding Ukrainian troops pull back from eastern territories so Russia can take control. Now, we still don't know much about what Witkoff and Putin discussed during their 5-hour meeting earlier this week. But the Kremlin says some ideas were rejected and others are still on the table. Meanwhile, the fighting hasn't stopped. Ukraine says Russia launched 138 drones and 2 missiles overnight, and Russia claims it shot down more than 70 drones in return. So today's meeting in Florida could give us a real sense of whether there's any movement toward peace or if they're headed for another stalemate. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Well, Kevin Coe, who's long been known as the South Hill rapist, has died.
Coe died early yesterday morning in an adult group home in Federal Way. He's believed to have died of natural causes. He'd been in that home since October, following his release from the Special Commitment Center on McNeil Island due to his age and declining health. Coe was accused of raping dozens of women in Spokane in the late 70s and early 80s. For those women, news of his release brought back a wide range of emotions. For survivors like Shelly Monahan, one of his early victims, the news of his death brought her some sense of peace.
Your feeling is one of relief, but also one of just sadness. You know, this has been a very long journey for a lot of people, and I'm hoping and praying that he found Jesus before he took his last breath.
When we spoke to Shelly yesterday, she shared a message for all of the other women Coe attacked. She said she is sending love, praying for them, and asking them to stay strong.
Continuing coverage this morning on a 2-car crash near Colfax. Washington State Patrol tells us an ambulance took both drivers to the hospital and didn't need life flight, which they initially requested. The crash happened around 6 o'clock last night near milepost 34 on Highway 195, just south of Colfax. According to WSP, one of the drivers suffered a possible broken ankle, along with injuries and his neck and abdomen, likely caused by his seatbelt. That driver was not impaired. We did not get any information about the other driver.
The first person charged in connection to last summer's ICE protest in Spokane entered a guilty plea. Mickey Hatfield pleaded guilty to charges of conspiracy to impede a federal officer. As part of the plea, federal prosecutors and Hatfield came to a deferred sentencing agreement. She could face up to 6 years in prison. However, Hatfield will check in with the court in June. If she is following the court's guidelines, she will withdraw the guilty plea to the felony charge and plead to a misdemeanor instead. Several of the other people charged in the case, including former Spokane City Council President Ben Stuckert, plan to change their pleas in the coming days.
A new Spokane Falls tower has reached its highest point as construction crews bolted the final white steel beam into place. The 12-story building sits 180 feet above Spokane Falls. It'll house 48 residential units ranging from studios to 3-bedroom condos. More than 500 workers have spent 2 years building this structure, pouring more than 10,000 cubic yards of concrete.
The work and success of this thing is really borne by all the guys, all the men and women that are here working on the job site.
Workers signed that special white beam before installing it yesterday, creating a permanent tribute to their efforts. The tower offers 360 views of Spokane. It's expected to be completed by late next year. That is a pretty gorgeous view. Good morning. Northwest time right now is 6:06.
All right, meteorologist Matt Gray keeping a close eye on what's happening because it's really about timing and temperature and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah.
You know, it's like your Facebook status about 10 years ago. It's complicated.
There you go.
Yeah, complicated weather here. We start off with a little bit of snow this morning. It is lightly snowing right now. Not sticking quite yet here. We'll keep an eye on that. A lot of messy weather coming up the next 2 days. I'll take you through it coming up.
Well, are your skis and boards waxed and ready to go? Schweitzer Mountain opened for skiers yesterday. Another local hill is opening for the weekend. We got those details just ahead.
And something unprecedented is happening. Fox News and the New York Times are on the same side against the Pentagon. Right after the break, how it's leading to a lawsuit.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Super One Foods.
When you're in a car wreck, we're not just here to fight for you. We're here as a family. At Craig Swamp & Associates, we treat every client like one of our own.
We're not just a business. We're a family.
When I reached out to Craig Swamp & Associates, it felt like I was talking to family. They got started right away. They made sure I received everything I was owed.
Call Craig Swamp & Associates and let us show you what it means to be treated like family. Just one call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Middle of the ice, Oremba's open, fires a shot, let's go!
Saturday, December 6th at Numerica Veterans Arena. It's the Spokane Chiefs Teddy Bear Toss, presented by Jubilant Hollister Steer and Hollister Steer Allergy. Your Chiefs play Tri-City. Bring your teddy bears and stuffed animals. Throw them on the ice when the Chiefs score their first goal. We'll gather them up for the Spokesman Review Christmas Fund. The Teddy Bear Toss, Saturday, December 6th, presented by Jubilant Hollister Steer and Hollister Steer Allergy. Tickets at SpokaneChiefs.com.
Eastern Washington University is the region's polytechnic. And that means we don't do things like everyone else. We put hands-on learning at the forefront of everything we do. Our polytechnic plays trumpet, learns applied ethics, and studies humanities and education. It powers the research centers that give our STEM graduates an edge in the workforce. We are your Eastern Washington University, the region's polytechnic.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
When it comes to taking care of your car, trust the family-owned service department that puts you first. At Coeur d'Alene Honda, we don't just fix cars, we keep your family safe on the road. With no hidden fees or surprise charges, you'll always know exactly what you're paying for. And with us, you only pay a 6% tax on parts, never on labor. Come to Coeur d'Alene Honda, where quality service meets honest pricing every time. Call us to schedule an appointment today.
We are following breaking news this morning. Federal authorities have arrested a Virginia man in connection with the placement of 2 pipe bombs outside the headquarters of the Democratic and Republican National Committees back in 2021.
Those bombs were placed the night before the January 6th insurrection attack on the U.S. Capitol. Again, this is a breaking story. We will let you know more details as they are released. Now here's a look at what else is new on Good Morning Northwest. This morning, a CDC advisory committee will discuss whether to change the recommendation that newborns receive the hepatitis B vaccine at birth.
That recommendation has been in place for decades now, but the Health Secretary Robert Kennedy has raised questions about its effectiveness. There's no cure for the highly contagious hepatitis B virus. For those infected, it can cause serious liver infections. Some people can recover, but for others, particularly children, hepatitis B can be deadly. It's estimated more than 2 million people in the U.S. have hepatitis B, and half don't know they're infected.
The New York Times is suing the Department of Defense over the Pentagon's new restrictions on press access. When the new rules were instituted in October, Pentagon beat reporters turned in their press passes rather than sign on to the restrictions. The Defense Department, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and the chief Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell are named as defendants in the lawsuit. The Times noted that dozens of news outlets have taken a collective stand against the access restrictions, even conservative outlets like Fox News and Newsmax.
A Massachusetts man accused of murdering his wife faces key evidence in court today. Brian Walshy stands trial for killing Anna Walshy 3 years ago. A crime lab specialist testified about finding blood in the family car and showed photos of a hatchet and hacksaw recovered from trash sites. Walshy pleaded guilty to dismembering his wife's body, but claims he didn't kill her. Prosecutors say Walshy was motivated by her multi-million-dollar life insurance policy.
It's time to plan out your day. Mostly snow this morning. Some places as you head down I-90, we'll start to see a little bit of rain, snow mix in the morning hours. Watch out for some slick roads, especially we've had a little bit of freezing drizzle around the region earlier this morning. It's going to be just warm enough in the afternoon that snow that's still falling is unlikely to stick, and we will begin to see some of our valleys begin to warm up and transition over to rain. We will dry out tonight, but it's not going to be for long. More wet weather is coming tomorrow morning.
Our recent snow means that one of the most popular ski resorts in the inland Northwest is finally able to open. Lookout Pass says it will open tomorrow morning at 11. Lift tickets for Friday are discounted to $45. Those tickets are on sale now. Of course, Schweitzer opening yesterday. Still waiting to hear, definitively when Mount Spokane and Silver and 49 want to open.
So fun.
All right, it is now 6:12.
A small Spokane school made history. Northwest Christian won its first ever state volleyball title. The coach made his team a bold promise if they won. Coming up, how he paid the price with a piercing gun and a very eager player.
And in just hours, this park will look a whole lot different. Cowley Park is about to become a beacon of hope for children battling illness at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. Discover how volunteers create holiday joy for families who need it most coming up right after this break.
KXLY Plus is now streaming free over the air on KXLY 4.5. The latest headlines, breaking news, and new original local programs you won't find anywhere else. KXLY Plus, powered by 4 News Now and free over the air. All day, every day on KXLY 4.5.
When you get injured in a car accident, you're going to have to fight with a big insurance company
who make huge profits by paying out small settlements.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
There's no place like home for the holidays.
And there's no better time to save on furniture and mattresses than right now during Walker's Friends and Family Sale.
Get the furniture you like at the prices you'll love, with some clearance items up to 70% off.
Plus, take advantage of 5-year special financing with no money down.
And remember, Walker's is where
quality just costs less.
More family to yours. Merry Christmas!
With depression, it feels like every day you're just going through the motions. But what if you could get your go back?
Go with Auvelity.
Auvelity worked fast. Some saw relief in as early as 1 week. And Auvelity lasted. On average, significant relief was seen at 6 weeks. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults. Tell your doctor about sudden changes to mood, thoughts, or behavior. Don't take Auvelity if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you are allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity. Tylenol is the #1 doctor-recommended brand of pain reliever. It's backed by decades of rigorous, credible research. From doctors, nurses, and pharmacists to moms, dads, and caregivers, they have all put their trust in Tylenol.
There's magic throughout the universe. And some places have more than others. There's magic inside, everywhere. There's no place like Wonders of the World. There's magic inside.
When you get injured in a car accident, you're going to have to fight with a big insurance company.
Who make huge profits by paying out small settlements.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
4 News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:16. We are just about half a day away now from flipping the switch and filling Cowley Park with holiday magic. It's all part of our Extreme Team's Making Spirits Bright project.
It is our gift to help lift the spirits of families and staff inside Sacred Heart Children's Hospital right across the street. Let's check in with Mark Peterson as he introduces us to one of the volunteers making this all possible.
So the details continue to be worked on here at Cowley Park, Making Spirits Bright for its 10th year. This is going to be a tunnel of light as you approach the hospital. It's going to be pretty cool. The pergola is being worked on. We're getting our main power that's going to be distributed throughout the park, going into, say, the blue lights up and down the river. Also, Clearwater Summit and Lance Pounder Excavation helping today with Nuka, and they help work on the gingerbread house. So that's going to have a new look this year. We're going to go around the edges with light, and then we're going to have sheets of light down the front. It's going to be pretty cool, and it's going to be a different look. One of the simple things that we've added this year is a little forest of trees made out of 2x4s. I found the recipe for this, the plans on Facebook. Stuart Lee took those and made these, so they're going to look great, especially at night as they're painted red and green. Also, the center tree, Sam's doing a beautiful job with Maverick Landscape.
My granddaughters had their cancer treatment up there, and Mark called and said, "Do you want to do this?" And before my wife even gave me a chance to answer, she said, "Sure, he'll be there. What do you want him to do?" Last year it was for a Gold Star family. Previous to that it was for my wife. And this year we just decided to do something different, make it a little more spectacular.
We have a lot of different things coming in this year, and I think you're going to enjoy it. And we'll all see it at the reveal. For the 4 News Now Extreme Team, I'm Mark Peterson in Cowley Park.
Oh, it looks so great.
Yeah, and this is the live view. Our photojournalist for the mornings, Logan, is there right now taking a look. It's going to look a whole lot different in about 12 hours.
I was gonna say, and look at those cool new trees. We were just talking.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. I really liked how those turned out.
Yeah, really cool. Good job.
Got to find the recipe for those.
The recipe, you'll find it. It was on
Ask Mark
Facebook.
if he'll share.
Yeah. All right. The flipping of the switch of this 10th annual tonight during the 6 o'clock newscast. Don't miss it.
All right, and we have some active weather between now and then. I do think things are going to calm down as we get towards 6 o'clock, but in the meantime, not so calm right now. You saw on our live look down at Cowley Park, we're seeing a little bit of snow this morning. Not sticking quite yet, but certainly as we continue to cool things off, we'll see at least a little bit of sticking on the roads. We saw a little bit of freezing drizzle earlier this morning before temperatures cooled back down towards freezing after they warmed up a little this afternoon or yesterday afternoon. And you can see the snow falling now across the Rathdrum Prairie. You head over into Spokane County. It's a little bit more hit or miss. And then we're starting to see things get a little bit heavier as you head further west towards Reardon with this area of snow. Heaviest snow right now in this dark blue color between Harrington and the Sprague Lake area. So this is a spot on I-90. We might see a little bit of snow covered, a little bit of slush between Ritzville and Cheney and the Tyler exit here this morning. We head further down the interstate, and this is where things are pretty messy right now. There are likely some pockets of freezing rain in here between Ritzville and Moses Lake, and all the way up as you head up to Cooley City as well. So folks here in Grant County, you got to be careful this morning because things can get very slick very quickly, even with just the tiniest little bit of freezing rain on top of snow. So yeah, build in that extra time. And this is where we're going to be on the lookout all the way kind of basically from the Grand Coulee Dam all the way south here to the Ephrata area and almost all the way down to Quincy, where we'll have a chance for some pockets of freezing rain here as we head through the rest of this morning. Later in the morning, as we continue to warm up, we'll see pockets of freezing rain between Sprague and Medical Lake into the Davenport and Reardon areas as well. So all areas around the West Plains as well as you get to Spokane County and parts of Lincoln County. Slow it down because you never know when you might hit one of those slick spots out there, especially if you're traveling later today. The warm-up continues for the afternoon. That'll get us into the slightly above freezing category. Our ground temperatures will be up around 34, 35, and that's going to keep any snow or wintry mix type situations from accumulating anymore. Here is our chances for an inch or more of snow. Pretty low in the Spokane area, about 50-50 for Coeur d'Alene. Places like St. Mary's, the Silver Valley, Newport. Got a much better chance here, and we stack up more snow heading into tomorrow, plus heavy snow over Lookout Pass for travelers on Friday. So I'll cover that coming up in the next half hour. The snow for our traveling purposes is temporary, however, because you can see in the 7-day forecast, upper 40s, almost 50 degrees next week. Wow. And a lot of rain. So it is going to be soggy.
Balmy out there, 45 degrees.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's going to feel weird.
Matt, thanks.
It is now 6:21.
With almost 10 days of rest under their belt since getting thoroughly thrashed by Michigan in the Players Era title game, the Zags look to turn the page tomorrow night against one of the blue bloods of basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats. After the break, we're breaking down how the Bulldogs stack up against this team from the SEC. Zags fans, you don't want to miss this. It's coming up just ahead in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Medicare options for Freddie.
No, not Freddie. Eddie.
When did healthcare lose its heart? When did Medicare Advantage companies start putting profits before people? We believe it shouldn't have to be this way.
This medication isn't covered by your insurance.
This overwhelming. This confusing.
I was told it was covered.
Let's try that again. Freddie.
This frustrating.
I really need this medication.
Healthcare in retirement doesn't always look like it's advertised. The reality is, health insurance is broken. And while other plans won't tell you that, we will. Because we created Scan Health Plan to fight for your health, to protect your independence, to serve you, not profits. And we won't stop. Not until you have the coverage you need, the coverage you deserve. We created Scan for you.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about our honeymoon. What about Africa? Safari. Swim with elephants. Hot air balloon. Lions growling in the giraffes that come in through your window. Wait, can we afford a safari?
Great question. Like everything, it takes a little planning.
Or put the money towards a down payment.
With enough room for a baby.
Babies.
Baby.
Let's take a look at those scenarios.
JP Morgan Wealth Management has advisors in Chase branches and tools like Wealth Plan to help keep you on track. When you're planning for it all, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With rapid remission at 12 weeks and fewer bowel movements and less abdominal pain at 4 weeks. Most patients achieve remission at 1 year, and some patients saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
At Move Fitness, our job is to get you moving using things like high-energy fun classes, motivating knowledgeable trainers, and the best variety of workout equipment in the region. And you can get it all for around $1 a day.
Join
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace. The Gonzaga Bulldogs' 9 days of rest following their Michigan beatdown are just about up as they look to take down the number 18 Kentucky Wildcats. That game tomorrow in Nashville. These two programs have quite the history. The Zags beat the John Calipari-led Cats in 2022 and early 2024. The new head coach Mark Pope knocked off the Zags in Seattle last season. Kentucky is an older, experienced team with much lesser interior size and some key players out, and this cost them with losses to Michigan State, North Carolina, and rivals Louisville, and they still don't have a win above any team higher than the 190s in KenPom. GU has the chance to expose Kentucky's three-point shooting woes too. Wildcats shooting 1 for 13 in their close loss to UNC at home this week. Gonzaga will try and prevent that in tomorrow's game, tipping off at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And former Zag Ryan Nembhard made national waves this week with some tremendous performances, bumping up his minutes to earn consecutive crazy games. The point guard scored 28 points, 12 for 14 shooting, 10 assists, no turnovers in the Dallas Mavericks win over the Denver Nuggets. And then last night added 15 points, 13 assists, 3 perfect threes. He's the first rookie in NBA history with 43 points, 23 assists, and just 1 turnover over a 2-game span. And yesterday marked National Signing Day for college football. Washington State had 28 guys sign on, 3 out of the JUCO level. A majority of that town is on the defense, but many players come far from home. 11 guys coming from Louisiana and Texas. The class ranks 4th in the new Pac-12. And for Idaho, they signed their best class in school history, by far and away the best in the Big Sky, 2nd overall in FCS. They welcomed 20 new players, including 4 that held Power 4 offers, and the class ranks above 26 FBS programs. Eastern signed 16 to its 2026 class, heavily focusing on offense with a pair of running backs and a pair of wide receivers, taking 5 players from Washington and another 5 from California. Thanks for watching Morning Sports. Make sure to tune in at 6 and Nightside for more sports on 4 News Now.
Should be a good game for the Zags.
Oh boy, it'll be fun to see. It's now 6:26.
So to come here on Good Morning Northwest, flu cases are climbing as the holidays approach. The CDC reports more than 1 million cases nationwide with hundreds of deaths. What doctors say you need to know.
Plus, a family sues Spokane County and Multicare after a man died in jail. The lawsuit claims he was denied proper medical care despite showing serious symptoms. The details just ahead. As we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, school bus safety scare. What you're seeing is a series of close calls showing Waymos passing school buses filled with children. They aim to be the world's most trusted driver.
The Waymo driver will take care of you and keep you safe from point A to point B.
But this morning, growing concerns. In Austin, Texas, the school district says these self-driving robo-taxis are performing illegal maneuvers around stopped school buses, prompting an investigation from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We've noticed a consistent, every week there seems to be just a few more.
Waymo says safety is its priority, claiming its driverless cars have a much lower crash rate than human drivers.
What's really important, though, is that we're learning from all the different scenarios that we encounter.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on self-driving cars and school bus safety. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
This little light of mine has been dark for quite some time. Then I let in the light to help see more of the light inside of me.
I needed more from my antidepressant, so my doctor added Caplyta, proven to provide greater relief from depression symptoms than an antidepressant alone, building on my progress without starting over. Weight gain and reported sexual side effects were not common.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about new or sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report fever, confusion, stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain may occur, as can high blood sugar, which may be fatal. Common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, dry mouth, feeling tired, and diarrhea. These aren't all the side effects.
Ask your doctor about Caplyta.
Help see more of the light inside of me.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical.
Hello, I'm Diamond Dan Clark.
And I'm Jeweler Jane.
And we're from Clark's Diamond Jewelers in beautiful downtown Coeur d'Alene.
Our snow promotion is back for Christmas. From now until December 31st, every purchase you make at Clark's could be absolutely free.
If it snows 4 inches or more on January 11th, 2026, Clark's Diamond Jewelers will refund your entire purchase. Every ring, every necklace, every sparkling gift under the tree could be free.
Clark's Diamond Jewelers, where your holiday sparkle just might be free.
Escape to Missisquoi Casino Hotel, just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Enjoy the region's only non-smoking casino, featuring exciting ways to win, delicious food options, and a beautiful hotel to book your next getaway. Relax, rejuvenate, and discover more fun with our hotel amenities, including a sparkling pool, modern fitness center, and a convenient ski locker room designed for guests heading to the slopes. Plan your perfect staycation and book today at Missisquoi.com.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops,
Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Jen loved her Gain flings. Then Brad showed up with Gain rinse and beads. When they mixed their scents, they discovered they were scent mates. Smells like it's gonna last. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, and thanks for being with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Thursday, December 4th. We're going to get right on over to meteorologist Matt Gray to look at that first alert forecast. As people are heading out the door this morning, they want to pay attention to this.
Yeah, for sure. It's getting a little messy out there. We've got snow across many parts of eastern Washington and across the entirety of North Idaho. We've got warm air coming up in the Columbia Basin, so we're seeing things transition to rain in places like Moses Lake, with the possibility of a little bit of areas of freezing rain around other parts of Grant County. So especially in central Washington, we got to be really careful as we're headed out the door this morning. There could be slick spots that you don't see coming, that's for sure, so slow it down. Meanwhile, we've got snow up and down the I-90 corridor here this morning between Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. The good news here is that this stuff is pretty light, and we're not seeing a whole lot of sticking on the roadways here, so that is a huge positive. Still, with active weather, anytime we have this stuff going on, you got to be ready for some slick conditions. So, a winter weather advisory just came in for the National Weather Service for Coeur d'Alene, Spokane, all the way down Highway 2 across the Waterville Plateau. Includes the Ritzville area and down to Lind on 395 as well. Snow up to an inch. Mainly that's going to be in the northern parts of this area and around Coeur d'Alene. And then a thin glaze of ice will be possible as well as we begin to transition in the Columbia Basin from snow to rain later this morning. We're also keeping an eye on conditions for tonight and tomorrow in North Idaho. A winter storm watch is in place for heavy mountain snow. I'll show you how heavy coming up.
We are following breaking news. Federal authorities have arrested a Virginia man accused of placing pipe bombs outside the Republican and Democratic National Committee headquarters. Then, Vice President Kamala Harris came within 20 feet of one of them. Investigators say the bombs were planted the night before the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Back in October, the FBI released footage and offered a $500,000 reward for any information that could lead to an arrest. Agents even tracked down sales data to help identify a suspect. But the investigation faced some challenges due to poor video quality, cold weather, and the fact that masks were common during the pandemic, making it hard to pinpoint the person. This is a developing story. We're still working to learn who the FBI arrested and what finally led investigators to him after all this time. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Anna, thanks so much for that. Students in Moses Lake staying home again today.
The school district has canceled school every day this week due to the ongoing teacher strike. The school district says it filed paperwork in Superior Court to order employees back to work. A hearing for that motion is expected to happen later this week. The school district and the Moses Lake Education Association are taking part in mediated bargaining sessions, and the district says it received a proposal from the MLEA late yesterday. Even though there's no school right now, the school district is still allowing coaches to continue winter sports practices.
A family is suing Spokane County, Multicare, and the company providing health care at the Spokane County Jail over a man's death at the jail in 2023. A car hit Spencer Worth 2 years ago. He collapsed in his mother's home afterward. When his mom called him an ambulance, police arrested him because he had an outstanding warrant. They first took Worth to the jail, then the emergency room at Deaconess Hospital, but he didn't see a doctor while he was there. His attorney says he was released from the hospital despite showing symptoms of a serious heart condition.
Mr. Worth arrived with very, very serious symptoms. He could not walk more than a very short distance without fainting or collapsing.
Worth was taken back to the Spokane County Jail and just a day later collapsed in his cell. His attorney says Worth regained consciousness, cried for help, and pressed a panic alarm in his cell, but jail staff ignored him. The lawsuit says both the jail staff and Multicare failed to provide the proper medical care for Worth.
Well, the holiday season is ramping up, and health officials say cases of the flu are too. The CDC estimates more than 1 million cases so far this season, with 11,000 people hospitalized and 450 deaths. Those numbers are still considered low, but there is reason for caution. Last year was an especially bad flu season, with hospitalizations nationwide hitting the highest level since 2010. Doctors say the single best way to reduce the risk of the flu is to get vaccinated.
So it's a good idea to go ahead and get that shot before the holiday seasons get really busy, before people start driving, taking boats, planes, trains, and automobiles to go see their family and friends.
Dr. Patel, who you just heard from there, says it's also a good time to remind people to cover coughs, wash your hands, and stay home to protect others if you're feeling sick. Well, the girls volleyball coach for Northwest Christian made his team a promise.
Dave Whitehead said if they won this 2B state championship, he'd let a player pierce his ears. The team had never won a state title before until this year. And last night at their team banquet, Coach Whitehead lived up to his promise. This is the video of him getting his ears pierced with junior Lauren Matthews doing the honors. The team tells us they used titanium clear gem studs. Oh, we don't know how long he has. I love that one. We don't know how long he has to wear them, if he will keep them in indefinitely, like you know.
I love it. I love that he followed through with it, too. He didn't just
he had
say
to.
It. Yes.
He had to.
Love it.
Good job. Congrats, team.
Good morning, Northwest time. Right now is 6:36.
Back over to meteorologist Matt Gray, where we are under a winter weather advisory.
That's right. Under a winter weather advisory. Let's head further north, trying to get a preview of what we might start seeing on some roads. Here at Sandpoint, where the snow's been coming down for a little bit. You can see that slush now. It's not just wet. We got a little bit of slushiness there as well. So keep an eye out for some slick spots as the snow continues to very lightly fall this morning. Take you through the rest of the day, and we'll talk about some mountain travel issues tomorrow coming up.
Well, December shopping deadlines are approaching fast, and we have the key dates you need to know to get gifts delivered on time. We'll tell you when to shop and how to save after the break.
And Spokane is home to Washington's largest gingerbread house, and you can step inside it, where you can see this 10-foot tall holiday attraction that rivals world records. That's next.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
This holiday season, give the gift of adventure at Black Sheep inside the Silver Lake Mall. From stocking stuffers to specialty items, we've got something for everyone on your list. Shop over 18 specialty showrooms featuring top brands like the North Face, Ariat, Carhartt, Columbia, and Wrangler. Plus entire showrooms devoted to winter gear, footwear, gifts, and kids apparel, shoes, and toys. With amazing deals and unique finds, Black Sheep is your one-stop shop for the holidays.
Andy's Heating Cooling guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your home and office comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier.
My air conditioner was not working. All I needed was a replacement sequencer. I called another company and they wanted to replace the unit for over $10,000. I was so glad I listened to my neighbor who recommended I get a second opinion from Andy's.
Turn to the experts. Andy's Heating Cooling since 1972, thanks to you.
When you've been injured in a car accident, the insurance company can make you feel small. They make you feel unimportant. They make you feel like your situation doesn't matter.
Right when you need help the most.
That's when you call Russell & Hill.
You are important to us.
We'll work to get you the results you deserve.
So you can get back to being you.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident?
Russell & Hill will fight for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
It's time to celebrate the season of giving with friends and family pricing at Walker's Furniture. Save big store-wide, plus get 5 years special financing with no money down.
Merry Christmas!
Some know it as prime rib. Officially, it's called a ribeye roast. We call ours divine. Tender, mouth-watering Hereford beef, aged to perfection for 5 weeks and never frozen. Oven ready and easy. Divine beef ribeye roast, tied and seasoned at your request. Reserve yours now, exclusively at Yolk's Fresh Markets.
David Muir, the most watched newscast in America. And now, ABC's World News Tonight has won the Emmy for Best Live News Program for the 3rd year in a row.
Well, if you're still crossing off names on your holiday list or haven't even started shopping yet, you're in luck. Consumer Reports says December is full of chances to snag some great deals, and knowing exactly when to shop can make all the difference.
December brings wave after wave of discounts. But timing is everything.
So after Cyber Monday, which falls at the very beginning of the month, I'd say the most important day in December is free shipping day. That is your last day to get everything guaranteed to your house by Christmas Eve.
If you miss that deadline, you can still shop online, but it can cost you.
You may be looking at paying extra in shipping costs to get it there in time, or playing that risky little game of, is it going to get there in time or not?
And if you're really cutting it close, there's one more major milestone, Super Saturday, the last Saturday before Christmas. You may have missed the window for home delivery, but you can still order online from your local store and do a pickup.
That way you don't really have to face the crowds quite as much. You can run in, get into that customer service line, pick up stuff that's already paid for, and get out and get back in your car and get home.
But what if that perfect gift you really, really wanted wasn't under the tree?
Once the holidays are over, the deals don't stop. A lot of retailers will discount things because they're clearing out inventory to make room for the new year.
And if a gift doesn't fit or it's just not your style?
A lot of retailers have extended return policies for the holidays that stretch into January, either halfway through the month or all the way to the end of the month. Make sure you familiarize yourself with the retailer's policies. Everyone is a little bit different.
Wishing you happy holiday shopping, and may the deals be ever in your favor.
And remember that extra return time usually doesn't apply to electronics and other big items, which is another reason to double check those return policies. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Did you know the largest gingerbread house in Washington is currently on display in Spokane? It's in the lobby of the Centennial Hotel. The Davenport confectioners and engineering teams constructed this life-size gingerbread house that guests can step inside and take pictures in. The house is about 10 feet tall, making it one of the largest ever built in Washington. We're told it's on par with the current Guinness World Record.
It is impressive and so fun.
What happens to it when the season's over?
It's the question of every gingerbread house, right?
A lot of milk, a lot of hot chocolate.
There you go.
It's now 6:42.
A local photographer combines holiday photos with community giving, where you can get your annual picture with Santa while helping a local hero this weekend. We'll tell you. That's next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
Your pocket change can make change this holiday season.
That's right. Your change makes change. When you donate to a Salvation Army Red Kettle in the Spokane area, you're spreading joy and hope to children and families in need. Your kindness brightens Christmas and supports the most vulnerable in our community.
With Thanksgiving coming a week later than usual this year, we have a smaller window to meet our goal, and we need your help more than ever.
Thank you, Spokane, for your generosity and compassion.
Together, Your change makes change.
Hey, Ken. When the advocates get a new client, what's the first thing you're thinking?
When?
When? When we get a new client.
Yeah, when?
When we get a new client. You know, when a new client signs up.
When?
When we get a brand new client.
Donnie, I think when.
Oh, when. That's funny. I thought you were saying when.
No, when.
Just now, when I asked you about the new client.
Let's not. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Christmas Tree Elegance 2025 brings 16 exciting trees worth up to $4,999 December 2nd through 14th at the Davenport Hotel and River Park Square.
We want a tree, and so can you.
Are my 5 morning alarms a metaphor for everything else I'm putting on, like my laundry or my 768 unread texts?
I'm just your dermatologist. You don't want all of this showing up on your face. Try Hydro Boost.
Neutrogena, weightless hydration that goes deep.
4 News Now is brought to you by Maplewood Gardens, offering independent and assisted living.
Welcome back. It's now 6:45. This is the time of year lots of us get our families together, put on the holiday outfits, and head to the mall for a picture with Santa.
But this weekend, you have a chance to get your annual photo while also giving back to one of our local heroes. Every year, photographer Chris Elam hosts a holiday fundraiser, taking pictures with Santa in exchange for a donation to a local cause. For the last 5 years, that event was held at Cable Creek Farm, owned by Coeur d'Alene firefighter Dave Tisdall and his family. Tisdall was shot during the Canfield Mountain ambush back in June and is currently in rehab recovering from his injuries. Therefore, the tree farm is not up and running this year, but Elam still wanted to make a difference this holiday season. So he switched locations and picked Dave and his family as this year's beneficiary.
We have great people here. We have a heart for people. So I have a full belief that if we can give more of ourselves back into the community, it just makes it better. So I hope to do this for the next 10, 20, 30 years.
The 7th annual Season of Giving fundraiser is happening this Saturday from 10 to 1 at Kindred & Co. in Post Falls. It's a nice little bookstore, coffee shop area. There's no cost for the photos with Santa, but donations to Dave and his family are highly encouraged. For more information on this event, we'll have a story up on our website, KXLY.com. And these aren't just your mall Santa photos. These are some nice, high-quality ones, so if you need them,
everything about that.
He's so great.
Oh, so wonderful. Hey, making spirits bright. It's looking a lot more like Christmas, right?
Yeah, look at that snow.
We got some snow falling. This is, of course, the live view of Cowley Park, where Mark Peterson and the 4 News Now Extreme team are decorating it for Making Spirits Bright, our 10th year of putting on those lights at that park.
Yeah, and the snow coming down a little heavier, so it'll add to the ambiance a little bit. Even though we are going to warm up a little bit, probably see some of that melt away as well. But you know what? The lights are the main show, right? So that's going to be awesome coming up at 6 o'clock. Right now, we've got light snow across the metro region, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Cheney, Reardon, all the way down now onto the Palouse. We're starting to see some of that snowy weather, and this extends all the way up to Sandpoint, where we just showed you a few minutes ago some slushy road conditions. And so we're going to start to see a little bit of that slushiness work its way into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene here as we now are approaching 7 o'clock in the heart of the morning drive. Here's Hayden. You can see a little bit of that slush right in the center of the intersection here at Lancaster Road, and you can see the snow in the street lights here. So plan some extra time. Drive carefully. Starting to see that little slushy sheen as well here at Division, where it merges up with Wandemere on the north side of Spokane as well. Odds for an inch or more of snow, not super high for Spokane and for Coeur d'Alene, a lot higher for places like St. Mary's in the Silver Valley and around the Newport area this morning. A lot of other places, you're getting that little dusting this morning, even some of our northern valleys, and that's about all you're going to see today as a lot of the action moves further south as we head through the morning hours. Winter weather advisory in place all the way for the Waterville Plateau to Coeur d'Alene, and then south into places like Ritzville. Snow up to an inch, a thin glaze of ice as well as we begin to transition to a wintry mix across the Columbia Basin here, especially across Lincoln County and around parts of the West Plains. Be on the lookout for pockets of freezing rain in the late morning, and that could certainly slicken things up. So be careful out there through at least lunchtime. Temperatures will warm up enough in the afternoon that I think we'll be able to just deal with just a little bit of light slush out there in the roads, and it's not going to be a major issue for the second half of the day. A second round of wet weather's coming in tomorrow. This will actually begin as snow, and we'll actually probably see more snow up in our northern valleys tomorrow than we will today. Meanwhile, it's going to be pretty much rain in Spokane and around the Coeur d'Alene area. And so you can see the odds for snow go down quite a bit for Kootenai County. Meanwhile, they rise for many other places for your Friday. Speaking of Friday, we got to talk about snow for mountain passes. Travel over Lookout Pass. There's a reason there's a winter storm watch in place. 10 to 20 inches by the time we are done on Friday. Combined snow from today and tomorrow. So it is going to be really snowy in parts of the Silver Valley and into Lookout Pass. So drive carefully. Watch for those slick spots out there this morning and for tomorrow as well in the mountains. We'll be right back with your 7-day forecast, a much warmer 7-day forecast after the morning sprint.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU, here for good.
One night in Memphis, the nationally acclaimed tribute concert featuring Elvis, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Johnny Cash live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino, Thursday, January 29th.
Winning is just the beginning.
It's here once again. An adventure in Coeur d'Alene with family and friends. Trees will light up, snow will fall, while you're dining, shopping, and having a ball. Santa and STCU hit elves in secret spots, so keep an eye out and you could win lots. If you find our elf on the shelf while in downtown Coeur d'Alene, a Fig Pickles shopping spree, Gonzaga tickets, or gift cards you could gain. Don't miss a chance to get a photo with Santa. Explore CDADowntown.com if you want to learn more.
At Parker Subaru, adventure doesn't wait. With a large inventory of Crosstreks, Outbacks, Foresters, and Ascents, your Subaru is ready right now.
New or used, Subaru has delivered decades of legendary longevity, rock-solid reliability, and award-winning safety.
It's the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event. With every new Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru and Parker Subaru are donating a minimum of $325 to charity now through January 2nd.
Need a new garage door?
Sorry.
We know your garage door is more than just a door. It's also curb appeal and security. That's why our expertly trained technicians bring precision to every install. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and a great investment for your home. Give us a call today.
It's all about the person that's leaving this world, but it's equally about the family. We don't know how to handle certain situations, and hospice can come in and train us.
Takes a special person.
Yeah, I said, you are amazing at what you do. And she said, this is a calling, and I love what I do.
Ready for action? It's No Holds Barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, February 5th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is 6:53. We are helping you hit the ground running for your Thursday in the morning sprints.
Matt Gray has a cold and wet forecast for your morning commute and a look at the week ahead.
Hannah Joy is here with the latest peace talks aimed at ending the war between Russia and Ukraine.
But first, federal authorities have arrested a Virginia man accused of placing pipe bombs outside both the Republican and Democratic National Committee headquarters. Then Vice President Kamala Harris came within 20 feet of one of them. Investigators say the bombs were planted the night before the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Back in October, the FBI released footage and offered a $500,000 reward for any information that could lead to an arrest. Agents even tracked down sales data to help identify the suspect. For the latest details on who the FBI arrested and what finally led investigators to him after all this time, tune in to Good Morning America at 7.
And we are following more breaking news in the push for a peace deal between Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine's top negotiator is set to meet today in Florida with U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff. This comes just 2 days after Witkoff met with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Heading into the meeting today, Putin is demanding Ukrainian troops pull back from eastern territories so Russia can take control. Now, we still don't know much about what Witkoff and Putin discussed during their 5-hour meeting earlier this week. But the Kremlin says some ideas were rejected and others are still on the table. For details on whether there's any movement toward peace or if they're headed for another stalemate, stick around for GMA.
In your forecast, we've got snow coming down this morning, much lighter than what we saw Tuesday. We got wet and slushy roads. It could progress and become a little slick as we head later on into the morning commute. So please be careful out there as we see this light to moderate snowfall continue through a decent portion of the morning. We'll warm up enough to where that snow is either not going to stick and we'll begin to see at least a little bit of winter mix come along there as well around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene for the second half of the day.
Our recent snow means one of the most popular ski resorts in the inland Northwest is finally able to open. Lookout Pass says it'll open tomorrow morning at 11. Lift tickets for Friday are discounted to $45. Those tickets are on sale now. Schweitzer opened yesterday.
And today marks the scheduled closure of the North Cascades Highway. According to the Washington Department of Transportation, crews will close the gates at the Ross Dam Trailhead and Silver Star Gate at 6 o'clock tonight. The highway is expected to reopen in the spring.
The new Spokane Falls Towers reached its highest point as construction crews bolted the final white steel beam into place. The 12-story building sits 180 feet above Spokane Falls. It'll house 48 residential units ranging from studios to 3-bedroom condos. More than 500 workers have spent 2 years building that, pouring more than 10,000 cubic yards of concrete. It's expected to be done by late next year.
Students in Moses Lake are staying home again today. The school district has canceled school every day this week due to the ongoing strike. The school district says that it's filed paperwork in Superior Court to order employees back to work. A hearing for that motion is expected to happen later in the week.
Kevin Coe, who's long been known as the South Hill rapist, has died. He died early yesterday morning in an adult group home in Federal Way. Coe was accused of raping dozens of women in Spokane in the late 70s and early 80s. For survivors like Shelly Monahan, one of his early victims, the news of his death brought her some sense of peace. When we spoke with her yesterday, she said that she is sending love, praying for other women that Coe attacked, and asking them to stay strong.
A doctor who pleaded guilty to selling ketamine to Matthew Perry in the weeks before the Friends star's overdose death, has now been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. The judge handing down the sentence plus 2 years of probation to 44-year-old Dr. Salvador Palencia in a federal courtroom in Los Angeles yesterday.
The first person charged in connection to last summer's ICE protest in Spokane entered a guilty plea. Mickey Hatfield pleaded guilty to charges of conspiracy to impede a federal officer. As part of the plea, federal prosecutors and Hatfield came to a deferred sentencing agreement. She could face up to 6 years in prison. However, Hatfield will check in with the court in June. If she is following court guidelines, she will withdraw the guilty plea to the felony charge and plead guilty to a misdemeanor instead.
And Mark Peterson and the 4 News Now Extreme team are hard at work at Cowley Park along with crews from Avista. They are making spirits bright for the kids at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital and the whole Spokane community. This is our 10th year of making spirits bright. We'll flip the switch, lighting up Cowley Park during our 6 o'clock newscast tonight. Do not miss it.
Back with weather after this.
At 4 News Now, we're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Escape to Mistaqua Casino Hotel, just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Enjoy the region's only non-smoking casino, featuring exciting ways to win, delicious food options, and a beautiful hotel to book your next getaway. Relax, rejuvenate, and discover more fun with our hotel amenities, including a sparkling pool, modern fitness center, and a convenient ski locker room designed for guests heading to the slopes. Plan your perfect staycation and book today at Mistaqua.com.
It's time to celebrate the season of giving with friends and family pricing at Walker's Furniture. Save big store-wide. Plus, get 5 years special financing with no money down.
Merry Christmas!
Taking a look out on a snowy scene in Spokane this morning. Got more snow coming down. Roads looking a lot better than they were on Tuesday, but still got to be on the lookout for slick spots and slushy conditions and fast changing road conditions on some of the higher benches around town, especially those untreated side streets in your local neighborhood. As we head into the afternoon, we'll warm up enough to where we'll see things melt and become much better out on the roads. We'll see mostly rain, but some heavy mountain snow on Friday before a little break to start the weekend.
It's going to be tricky this morning. Be careful out there.
Stay safe. Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
We'll see you throughout the morning on GMA. It starts now.